The heat is sweltering and the 4th is just days away, and for many it's time to hit the lake. But the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency wants to remind you to stay safe on the water. Troopers with the ALEA Marine Patrol took Fox 54 aboard for a ride along as they prepare for a busy week. Lieutenant Chad Pate tells us that if you plan to go boating this weekend, you're responsible for whatever happens.
The operator of a boat is responsible for his boat, for the people that are on board, so he needs to know where he's going and be paying attention at all times. He needs to keep a safe distance between him and other boats so he can avoid collision whenever possible. Know what safety equipment you need on board your boat. Two big things: wear your emergency shutoff switch and wear your PFD.
ALEA won't be the only law enforcement agency on the water. Officers with the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources will patrol this weekend too.
When we check someone who's out fishing, we're looking for licenses, making sure they're the appropriate license, making sure the equipment they're using is legal for the type of fish or the way that they're fishing is legal, and just checking their krill limit or the number of the fish that they have of that specific species. Different fish have different numbers of them that you can take. Every Alabama resident from the age of 16 to 65 is required to have a state fishing license when they're fishing, say, here in Lake Guntersville. Those are easily attainable. They last a year, and you get them at outdooralabama.com.
Trooper Pate cautions fishermen to stay aware of the extra traffic and be mindful of your surroundings. Now, we talked about safety on the water this weekend, but troopers will definitely be on the road too. Trooper Brandon Bailey tells Fox 54 that ahead of the travel rush, 2 things state troopers will be looking to crack down on are distracted driving and driving under the influence.
While that'd be one of our main focus points, because that is a major contributing factor behind a lot of car crashes and fatal crashes. So we will be paying attention to drivers and make sure they are not operating their cell phones while driving the vehicle. We will be paying attention to the drivers, the driving habits. We will make sure that if you're behind the wheel of a vehicle, do not drink and drive. Whether if it's prescription medication, whether it's alcohol, any type of drugs, we will be looking for that.
And don't forget, ALDOT is suspending all temporary lane closures on interstate highways from 6 a.m. Friday through midnight Sunday.